has kept you rapping? Has it kept you down this path?
I would say artists like Eminem, of course, and Yellow Wolf, YELAWOLF, and most of these, are some rappers that never been heard by mainstream listeners or whatever, but they keep me doing what I'm doing. Another one is Ritz, RITTZ.
Well, Eminem is that.
Yeah. And then another one is Tech9, TECHN9NE. Number 9. Yes.
So what are you hoping to do?
I want to be out of state making music. That's what I want to do. I want to go on tour, do the music videos, and the whole shebang. That's the plan. And just keep, making my music that everyone likes, can relate to, and just keep being me.
Alright, you can be our people yours.
Alright, yeah, sure.
This is the return back to the Porte Herald Argus, the follow-up of the 2011 story. It's now 2014. This is the My Asylum EP, and we're gonna go do the interview. Let's go.
Well, that was recorded in New Jersey?
Yes.
Okay. And the person that was doing was it the engineering or the mixing? Was the
Everything was all done by Rhodes Art, so you can say that it was recorded, produced, mixed, and mastered by Rhodes Art. ROADS. It's called
ART.
202 Studios.
Okay, that's right.
And it is on the back of the CD. We just needed something, some official music to finally get me out there, so that way I can start promoting with that, whether I'm selling it at shows or just that kind of thing, to finally have my first official recorded music. Not the stuff we were recording out in the barn or from our own house. Something more official.
And what is
Marketable.
the Rhodes Art? What's his connection with the Wu-Tang Clan?
His connection is that he is the lead engineer at Raekwon's Ice House Studios.
And what was it like during the recording process?
To start out, before any money or anything was ever involved, we went there to do some test recordings just to see how I'd do, because if he's working with Raekwon, he can really tell you, recording-wise, how much experience you really have and, what he thinks and if he'd want to work with you. So through those test recordings, he determined that I wasn't necessarily a veteran, but I was seasoned and skilled in what I do. And the recording did like the fact that even, when he first met me, I told him all my music is clean and it still will, and that's how it remained from, 2011 until the recording process. I did shows at the Boys and Girls Club, and that's where the Boys and Girls Club was. I did shows at the Board Game Emporium that people started using that more as a venue. And of course, my biggest thing that I did was back in 2012 was I did the LaPorte County Fair. That and the first newspaper article we did with you, has been the best thing that has happened throughout my career. Really trying to get known and people knowing who I am, and they're still saying they remember me from the newspaper. So that's why we got to get them again. I'm glad you were on board and you talked me throughout, the time.
Yeah,
so I appreciate that a lot.
What kind of things went into recording the album then, working with Rhodes Art? What were some of the things that you had to do?
Well, to add some spice to things, Rhodes Art, he did use live turntables in some of the songs. We did have a guitarist come in, and that's awesome. That's on the first song, so and that is titled The Truth. It's the intro, so I wanted to bring people in on it, because that first song is really the sound that I love. The words are perfect, and the instruments is, what I dreamed of. Being that there's a guitar solo, and we got turntables, and it's all live,
So
it's
he
all
did
real
do the
instruments. So he
Felt
did a lot,
professional.
it felt I'm taking steps up, and it's not just in my head. Other people are on board, and they're supporting, even being all these states
So
away.
what was it like actually doing the recordings? And I imagine you're probably used to performing live,
Mhm.
and I'm sure it's more like sterilized in a recording environment.
Yeah.
What was that like doing it that way with everything? I know the sound's gonna be very controlled.
Yeah.
Maybe you're in rooms, smaller rooms. What was that? How was that for you as an artist, as a performer?
Feel professional, you feel you made it, the equipment, the sound, and how, he's able to talk to me through the window. It felt like a dream, except it was real. So I took advantage of it and really made sure that project was what I wanted, and learned things along the way. He was very helpful with that kind of
Was there
thing.
anything that surprised you when you're doing the recording? Like something you didn't expect?
When we recorded The Truth, when we had everyone over and everyone was feeling it, because we had, that guy on guitar, and, Yasin was there. Everyone was there for that, and that was a good moment, finding out from the get, everyone was really attached and excited for the project. So you can say the recording of The Truth, which is the first song, when we had the live guitarist in there, everyone just really came together and they believed in what this was going to be.
What is what's that a reference to?
That came from not even necessarily the whole lyrically insane thing. I mean, it ties together very well, but how I was looking at it was that my asylum is my brain. That is my thoughts, my deepest secrets, my stories. That is kept up there, what I call my asylum. And I actually have a little description of that, if you want to read it, so it explains the project and why it's titled that.
And how would you explain the songs on this album? How would you describe them to people?
Okay, let's say from The Truth, it is explaining, who I am, the sound that you're going to hear most likely through the whole project. What we wanted to do was take 5 songs, being 5 sounds, make them different but yet still similar. So, like I said, The Truth is the intro and introduction of me and what you will hear probably on future projects. The sounds, the things that are going to make people either make or break, like me or hate me for what I'm going to do music-wise. Sound of an Angel is my feelings towards the hip-hop industry and artists and how I feel, because I say in that song, fueled and powered by my inner demons with the sound of an angel. So I'm saying that all these things, and me being clean through my lyrics, that is me, the sound of an angel, being a young kid, but I'm having these words and these feelings, and this is where they're coming from. So that is more of a hardcore, deeper, darker hip-hop song. The third song is what I aimed for to be my single, which is One Life to Live. It's an anthem, it's hype, people can party to it, and it is actually dedicated to my favorite movie ever, Forrest Gump. So there's a bunch of references through it, and I'll just give you a little part of that. It says, we only got one life to live, so let's live it up. Feathers drifting in the wind. Yeah, that's us, young and fun, taking the bar and raising it up, but never dumb and down. If you don't know, you know now. Forrest Gump, I run my town. So it's a positive message telling people, you have one life to live, and still referring back to the Forrest Gump movie with everything that I talk about in that. So you're going to have to listen to that for yourself to catch the references. I start to bring things down from that energy, which is the song Bleed Out, and that is talking about how I put everything into my music and the feeling, and people would think it's about a girl because I'm directing it as if I'm talking to a person, like it's an embodiment itself. So I say, it's like an open cut or an open wound. I swear I'm so in love with you, and offer you is everything that I do. I bleed out when I'm alone. I swear this music takes me home. I bleed out in these songs that you chant and sing along. I bleed out and let it pour like never before. I bleed out and now it flows to fill your ears, mind, and soul. I bleed out. So that's a little part of Bleed Out. And then I end it on a more personal level with the song Sucker for Love, which is my little dispute with myself over the years of not really having a love life with music. It's always been what I've been directed to. I never was into the school relationship stuff. I was always working on music. So I'm talking about it as if it was almost a breakup song and why I can't be together with someone, because music is going to be my number one and always first love. So I say, can we be together in the present, or are we just a was? Is this something I said or did? It must have, because I suffer from lust. I'm just a sucker for love. And then that's what ends it out. So I thought, bringing the energy on the first song, I bring it down to something personal, being Sound of an Angel. I bring up the energy, being the anthem for One Life to Live. Bleed Out, I bring you back down again. Sucker for Love, I end it personal. And hopefully, I want the people wanting more.
Now, now what are you hoping to do?
Well, since I was out there for 6 months, I recorded the project. Like I said, I finally have something marketable and something I can offer people. As you know, a real sound is what I'm trying to do, is majorly book gigs for the summer. So again, the LaPorte County Fair, any events like that. Majorly, that is what I'm trying to do. I'd love to get into the next recording project, which I'm going to extend the EP into a full-length LP. I pretty much have the whole track list together. It just needs to be recorded. So I got music ready, but the thing is, this is what I'm aiming for to be the Indiana takeover. I gotta get known where I'm at first, and I gotta keep the buzz still going. So with this music and live performances, I'm really hoping to do that. I can't be going away and recording more music if this isn't getting recognized. So this needs to have its full spotlight, which it has been posted on a blog site. Just one to start out with, but I'm open for more. I did have an internet radio that did say they were gonna play one of the tracks. I haven't heard back from them yet, because they told me they'd email me once they decide when they're gonna put it in their lineup. So I'm still waiting on that, but that has been, good news from this project so far.
And so where could people purchase copies of the album?
They can get them from me, so if they have me edit on Facebook or anything like that, Twitter, however they can contact me, I will get them that. And it does come in plastic wrap and everything, it's all nice and fancy.